I saw this interesting post on X from an individual, Corey Walker, who says that, as I predicted, support for gay marriage has plummeted among Republicans. I suspect that the unrelenting barrage of trans and queer politics has caused some to rethink their support of gay marriage. After marriage equality was achieved, the LGBT movement introduced gender ideology. Indeed, my friends. And earlier in the week, we played this clip on Timcast IRL just before the presidential address. It is Proposition 8, the musical. For those unfamiliar, it was this video that went viral back in, I think, like 2008, about a proposition in California that would put into their, I believe it put in their constitution, I could be wrong, that marriage was only between a man and a woman. Well, in fact, it passed. California, as liberal and progressive as we view it, back then said, yeah, marriage is between a man and a woman. Arguments were made by Hollywood elites and celebrities that we should embrace gay marriage. They lied. Interestingly, the reason why I bring up that play is because the core argument presented by the conservative side in the musical, despite the whole thing being a straw man, was that gay rights activists would teach children about sodomy. And then the liberals in the video say, that's not right, that's a lie. And the conservatives say, but it worked, so we don't care. Okay, well, the reality is they are teaching. As Phil Labonte pointed out, sodomy is actually the least controversial thing they're teaching kids. Don't believe me? I'll show you the evidence. So we'll start here. Politics and Poll Tracker shows that support for gay marriage currently right now, 52%. That's way down. It was 71 according to Gallup. Gallup now has it at 69, so it's dropped off only a few points, but opposition at 36%. This guy, Corey Walker, I'm not super familiar with him, but I saw the post and I said, this is an interesting take on these things, and he's right. We all agree. I, as well as many others, pro-gay marriage. Saying, yeah, I literally don't care if like two dudes or two chicks are minding their own business in their house. The problem was, the narrative always, in the beginning was, it's in the privacy of your own house. Where are we today? At pride events across the country, there's always been gratuitous sex. That's a fact. As far as I can remember, my family owned a business on North Halsted in Chicago, which they call Boys Town. I wasn't allowed to go outside during pride events because it was gratuitous sex, like literally men doing things to each other in the streets. We now have videos of it. In San Francisco, it is more rampant than ever. You have videos of nude men, one viral video of a guy wearing a Bugs Bunny mask, hopping around naked in front of children. Yeah, it used to be the people that bring their kids to these things. Now they're having drag shows for children, which is a sex show. And all of these things has made people basically say, whatever it is, LGBT, I am out. It's not just plummeting among Republicans. It's plummeting among everybody, particularly young people. Young people are more likely to say it's gone too far, even Democrats. Let me show you what we got so far. In this post from Politics and Poll Tracker, Democrats, 77% support, 12% oppose. Independents, 45% support, 35% oppose. Oh, actually, wait. Yeah, oppose. And among Republicans, 65% oppose. Now, that's pretty obvious. This is an Economist YouGov poll, the latest data. We have this from Politics and Poll Tracker saying there was once a time where a majority of Republicans, albeit small, once supported same-sex marriage. Now, occurring in a new YouGov survey, it's underwater by Republicans by 41 points. Isn't that crazy? In 2021, Republicans, 55% agreed. And then Democrats smashed that goodwill, bludgeoning the issue to death with trans and gender ideology issues. In 2021, Gallup released this poll. A record high 70% in the U.S. support same-sex marriage. Magic, wasn't it? 70%. If we go down, you can see this. For the first time, a small majority of Republicans support it. Republicans, 55%. Democrats, 83%. Amazing. Let's jump forward in time. We have this now from 2024. Same-sex relations marriage still supported by most in the U.S. Republican backing for same-sex union dips below 50. So here we can see, all in all, it's at 69%, seeing a drop from its high of 71. A minor decrease as of 2024, not a big deal, right? It's going to go lower. Among Republicans, it's dropped quite a bit, 9 points. Now, here's the issue. Even among Democrats, it's gone down by a point. Among independents, 3. It is shifting downward across all political ideologies. What's truly fascinating is the YouGov data. Older Democrats are more likely than younger Democrats to want more acceptance of sexual minorities. This is fascinating. Take a look at this. They ask, when it comes to accepting people who are, LGBT, whatever, has American society gone too far or not gone far enough? Democrats, 17% actually say it's gone too far. 33% of Americans say gone too far. Obviously, among independents, it's still 32, but Republicans, 53. The interesting thing is, 18 to 25-year-old Democrats, 22%. This is a weird graph, by the way. Older Democrats are more likely than younger ones to say society has not gone far enough in accepting LGBTQ. Only 22% of Democrats agree with that statement. That's right. 22% say that it's just about right. Well, it says only 22% think it's has not gone far enough. We'll put it that way. So that means 78% are probably like it's either gone too far or it's fine where it is. 70% of Democrats who are 76 and older. That's crazy. It is a really stupid graph, YouGov. Like, it's ridiculous. Older white Democrats are especially likely to say society has not gone far enough in accepting LGBTQ people. But now let me give you this famous moment. Let's just, I don't really care to play I'll play the whole thing. Some of you may not have seen it. I think it's really cringe, but I'll play it for you guys anyway.
It's a brand new bright Obama day. What a time to be black, a girl, or gay. No, nothing could go wrong. So join us in the song of happy days for the gays. Nothing can go wrong.
Look, nobody's watching. It's time to spread some hate and put it in the Constitution.
Now, how?
Proposition 8.
Proposition 8.
Now, I want to pause real quick how they say it's hate. It was literally just a question. Is marriage between a man and a woman? And majority of California said yes. So when they called it hate, it's very weird to see majority of California said that it is true. And they called, okay, so majority of California is hateful. But here you go. Listen to this. The fake conservatives.
Great! People listen to our plea. They'll teach kids about
Sodomy.
Whoa, they'll teach kids about sodomy? Look at this. All of the liberals run to the voting booth.
That wasn't right. That's a lie.
That wasn't right. That's a lie.
But it works, so we don't care. Now you wish we'd all shut up, but make our clothes and fix our hair. And our love's not a sin. Well, the Bible says it's so.
Well, the Bible says a lot of things, you know?
Jesus Christ!
Hey, how's it going?
Jesus, doesn't the Bible say these people are an abomination?
Abomination?
Yeah, but it says the exact same thing about this shrimp cocktail.
Shrimp cocktail.
Leviticus says shellfish is an abomination.
Abomination.
What else does the
She keeps saying Obama nation. Yeah, he was an abomination.
Bible say? Jesus?
The Bible says a lot of interesting things.
Okay, you get the point. The fake conservatives eventually realize they can make a bunch of money.
He's right.
It's time to groom, say paint that wedding hall, and lavender's the shade. There's money to be made.
And conservatives threw away all of their morals for money. That's the argument. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you this from Pink News. This book is gay among LGBTQ titles facing bans in the UK. Study finds. I'm still pro-gay marriage. Yeah, and I don't want to say marriage because it's an Abrahamic institution, but like civil unions or whatever, as long as the rights are equal, I don't care. But the idea still is always going to be that we're not teaching kids about sexual themes. Sex ed is simply about reproduction, not gratification. And that all changed because the slippery slope goes in every direction. So what's next? Obergefell will likely be overturned, in my opinion. Conservatives are making those moves to overturn gay marriage. And yeah, I think it'll happen. Why? I will no longer defend you. I hope you look into my eyes and you hear what I have to say. I will never defend you again. And, I'll say this because I know people who are gay married and they're not certainly pushing these things, but I'm bowing out. I'm out of this fight, my friends. Back when that whatever musical came out, I actually was like, yeah, okay, I agree. Like, civil, whatever, man. If you want to get married, I don't care. I actually did fundraising on behalf of the HRC, the Human Rights Campaign, advocating for what was basically just gay rights. There were two issues. You couldn't be fired for being gay. And I was like, why fire someone for being gay? That's weird. Like, if they're going around doing weird sex things, fire them. But if someone just happens to have a boyfriend or a husband, you shouldn't be able to just fire them for that. To be fair, though, largely you should be able to fire anybody if you just don't want to work with them. And even if we had those protections, you can just fire them anyway. So it was kind of whatever. And there was the Employment Non-Discrimination Act. And so I actually did, as an activist, fight for you guys. I won't anymore. So I don't know, maybe you win, whatever, but I ain't gonna be there. This book is gay. Here you go. Glory hole. Grindr. Okay, need I say more? That's in the book. And they're giving it to children. Why do they want kids to have it? Here you go. I'm a queer school librarian and book bans enrage me. My straight students feel unsafe around a gay self-help book. So who is this lady, right? What level of school is she at? She said, I need respite from the drama. It's been a long week. Book challenges aren't anything new for me as a queer school librarian. Okay, let me ask you. School implies either grade school or high school. And I will tell you this. Restricted section. These books that explain how to use a glory hole and how to use Grindr should not be given to children. But let me give you one better example. Teacher, police, book, Illinois. Here we go. Let's pull this one up. Ladies and gentlemen, parents call police after Illinois teacher offers LGBTQ book for her students. Heavens me. What book did she give? It's an elementary school, and she gave their kids a book called This Book is Gay. Sarah Bonner held a book tasting, including Juno Dawson's This Book is Gay, which quickly became the epicenter of controversy. The parents called the police because the book explains how to use Grindr, and she gave it to children. Why are they trying to teach kids about glory holes, Grindr, and also, don't get me wrong, I only showed you one page. There's scat in there. Like, there's stuff that kids should not be learning about. She says the notion that I was putting kids in danger, blah, blah. You were. I mean, this is disgusting stuff. Now, what's funny is they all use this image, igniting social action in the ELA classroom. That's not the book she was giving people. She was giving kids the book, This Book is Gay. That's predatory behavior. She's giving kids a book that teaches them how to use Grindr. Why would a 10-year-old in grade school need to know how to do that? And this was back in 2023, mind you, almost 2 years ago. So where are we at now? If you're asking yourself why support for gay marriage has gone way down, why it will continue to go down, why Donald Trump won an election, and why Obergefell and gay marriage will be overturned, it's because the liberal-minded individuals who largely agreed and said it's fine, we don't care, out of the fight. Out of the fight completely, and some completely flipped. Republicans have abandoned the issue. They're abandoning it en masse. And people like me, who I'm an independent, not a fan of the Republican Party. There's like 7 members of Congress that I like. And I voted for Trump, who was a former Democrat. I tell you this, you will not see me voting for anything related to expanding quote unquote LGBTQ rights. Never going to happen. So you're not going to have me advocating. And you know what? From the looks of things, you ain't going to be having young people either. Because young people overwhelmingly say, yeah, we're fine where we are at the bare minimum. So go get your elderly Democrats to advocate for this, because across the board, Republicans, independents, and Democrats largely agree. When asked if you think society has not gone far enough, only 14% of Republican youth, 20% of independents, and 22% of Democrats agree with that statement. It's coming down. I'll leave it there. We got more segments coming up. Smash the like button, share the show with everyone you know. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you all in the next segment.